Bad shift happens. Bad shift happens, light warriors, and it happens to all of us, even including myself. And this message is to help everyone learn how to transmute a bad situation, because we're all going to have bad situations come up, and it's up to us to transmute the bad situation into something much better. Hello everyone, I am Michael, and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. So I'm making this transmission in this raw energy of rage, light warriors, and I'm transmuting a bad situation, and Uncle Mike is going to share a story with you again. It's story time, light warriors, story time. And I had a bad situation yesterday, and we're going to make the most of it now by sharing this story and leading by example and teaching people how to transmute a bad situation, right? Like, I'm just like all of you, and we all have bad situations. Many people around the world are having bad situations and things that tire us down. But there are specific morals to this story today. So yesterday, you know, I like to travel to all of these wonderful locations and have a world famous video for everyone with all the higher vibrational surroundings. So I traveled to one of my spots, and I had a beautiful idea for this great video, and it really flowed. And I told you all, I recently upgraded the equipment, right? You see me in high definition, right? But mostly I wanted to capture all of nature and the background in high definition so all of you can experience it, right? And we're having a lot of mishaps with this new equipment. So I went out to the front line, and I biked. I decided to bike there. So I biked and I filmed a long video. It was one of my better videos, I felt. And, I felt very accomplished. And I biked back, and I came home, and, I ate dinner. I was a little behind for the day, and I knew I needed to upload this video and get it ready for tomorrow, get it ready for everyone. And I started working on it, and all I heard was static. And I'm thinking, and I'm like, now I'm starting to get the anger, the rage, the panic, what's going on. And in my new device that I'm using now, they only have one port. So I had to buy an adapter to plug my microphone in, and then plug it into the device. So the microphone goes into the adapter, goes into the device. I've been doing this for 3 years now. I never had a situation where I totally wasted a video. I wasted the time, but we're trying to make it not a waste of time. So I spent all this time. It was a great message, and a lot of you understand by now I like to go out in nature and just let it flow through me. As I'm sharing the message, it makes it authentic. And, I'm going to have to try do it again, but who knows, how it comes out. But it was very draining to spend all this time and get nothing out of it. So, for the first time in the history of our everyday lives, I wasted an entire video, and all the energy and everything that went into it, it went down the drain. So, when, I came across this, and I realized that I effed up, and, a lot of words were coming out of me that I don't usually share, right, in the videos. But sometimes we need to allow the emotions to come out. Like some people will say, well, that's not very spiritual, right? But emotion is energy in motion. So a lot of times when something bad happens, it's okay to let it all out. You don't want to store in the bad emotions, right? It's energy in motion. So we let out the emotions, which which I did. I really let it out, right? We should have had that on camera. You'd all like that, right? But you know, it was a situation where it's hard to deal with when it's your fault. You know, I look at this and I look at it as my fault, and it's hard when you're dealing with something, when it's your fault. You know, like sometimes, and we see out in the world right now that there's a lot going on, and different types of people, and you know, bad people might come your way, and that actually, you know, that doesn't really bother me that much. But things when I mess up, me personally, it's hard to deal with. It's very hard to deal with, and I feel like it's my fault because, you know, I always I do a sound check. You know, I might film a little bit, make sure it sounds good, and then I'll just boom, I go with the video. And a lot of times lately, I haven't been doing the sound check. I better check the plug again, make sure it's nice and tight, Light Warriors, right? So, you know, especially me, I like to check and double check, 3 times check, right? Kind of like Tesla, and that's the OCD. So now I might be a little bit more OCD with checking. But dealing when it's your fault, right? That's, I don't know if that is something that you, it lights the fire inside of you when it's your fault. So I felt like this was my fault. And, you know, it's something that's hard to deal with. I put all this time and effort, and I'm making this transmission to show all of you that a lot of people have mishaps, and you could have mishaps that you're actually could be your own fault, right? I should have double checked. So, you know, another lesson that's part of this, you know, I have all this fancy gadget right now, spend all this money on this fancy gadget, and those that have been on the journey with me, and, you know, there's been a lot of mishaps, you know, getting used to this. So this actually teaches us a little bit about upgrades, right? So sometimes when we're upgrading ourselves, we might, you know, even though like, you know, things are better, we might have these mishaps, right? So maybe the quality of the video is better. I know we're not out in nature today, but you know, maybe the quality is better, but you know, it might take a little bit getting used to. So I'm getting used to the new equipment, and I know that I have to check 2 ports, you know. So I put the adapter in, and then I put the microphone in, and now I have to be alert, right? I have to be alert. My papa used to always say that to me. Be alert, Mikey, be alert. I got to be alert that both ports are plugged in. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, they don't realize, you know, making a 15-minute video, it takes hours of time, you know, and again, I'm grateful for all of you that smashed the like button. If you haven't smashed the like button, I appreciate if you smash the like button. This is an important life coaching message, because we all go through these shifty, I said, holy shift. I said, what's happening? What did I do? And my heart like sunk into my foot, and I exploded, right? The rage comes out. And, you know, so when a bad situation happens, let the energy flow out. And then how are you now going to transmute the bad situation? And a lot of times, a lot of people that are like me as well, you know, the universe gives us these mishaps because we're the teachers of the new earth, and we have to lead the way, be the lighthouse for other people. So, you know, it's okay to, and it's good to let it all out, and, you know, eventually we get over it. And now, how can you transmute the bad situation? So the one thing I want every one of you to do, I've done this a few times with mishaps with videos. Think about when a bad situation happens. I want you to immediately think, how can I transmute this situation into something better? So even though, you know, I spent all this time, I biked out, I found the beautiful location, I did the video, I did the whole, you know, swing the sword, the whole, you know, the whole 9, right? And then I'm looking at my phone and nothing. You know, it was the worst possible situation. You know, like I try to use a microphone. You know, I learned that the most important aspect of these messages, the type of messages that I share, is the voice, is the audio, to hear what you're learning. You know, so I want to make sure that I have a good microphone and not just the microphone in the phone. But actually, if I just used the microphone on the phone and the quality wasn't good, at least I would have had something. And it just, you know, looking at the message, looking at it, and, you know, getting ready, and just feeling so hopeless. You know, there's absolutely nothing I could do. There was not, like, you know, something that could be fixed. It's just no one will ever hear it. So, you know, we'll try to make it again. We'll try to do it again. But another lesson, and that's also what I do, is always be prepared. So I always try to keep a queue of videos that are saved just in case, for a rainy day. It's actually raining right now, Light Warriors. It's raining. So videos that were saved for a rainy day. And Synchronicity, the video that I had saved was explaining when you have ups and downs and why we're experiencing ups and downs. I'm supposed to be moving to the new earth, the fifth dimension, and then why is this bad stuff happening, you know? And I found that to be interesting synchronicity, that was one of the videos that I had saved for a rainy day, you know. And it's very, you know, it's draining in the sense where, you know, not every day I have the energy to make, you know, like film the video and have the location. So sometimes I try to do 2 at a location so I can have it. And, you know, I really I'm trying the best that I can to have a daily video for all of you. And it's going to get even harder when we all have to go back to the Matrix in September. So I'm grateful for all of you that have been supporting this mission. And if it resonates with you, please smash and obliterate the like button. Break your phone. Don't break your phone, right? And please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to the subscribe. Select all so you can see all of the videos that are coming up. And share it with someone that's going to resonate with this. There's a big shift going on, and we have to unlearn and relearn everything. And a friend of mine told me, like, you know, in the first year when I was doing this, you know, how can you do videos, like, you know, every day? And I'm like, you know, I could do videos infinitely. There's so many things to talk about because we're relearning our entire reality. So I can do this for many, many years to come. There's so much to unlearn and relearn in the world. So I'm grateful for all of you that are continuing to share and doing all the things that help the algorithms, because that's how we're getting the message out there. And for those that have wrote messages to me that, you know, I'm helping you get through the event. It's my honor to do this. And, you know, there's always ups and downs. There's always ups and downs. And, you know, I deal with them as well. A common man, right? That's what we are. We are everyday life warriors. That's what we are, everyday life warriors. So, you know, you could try to transmute a situation, right? There was nothing I could do. I felt so hopeless. I felt hopeless looking at this, knowing there was just, you know, it would have been even better if there was just audio. It could have been like a radio, you know, radio audio file, because that's where the lesson comes into play. So, you know, all you could do is transmute the situation. And I'm sharing this so that I know a lot of you have, you know, shifty situations, if you will. Shifty. Holy shift, right? That's what I said. Other things too, right? And I was very upset, and it's never happened in all these years. And, you know, sometimes, you know, we have all this fancy equipment, but it's just the basic stuff, maybe. The basic stuff that is important. But we're getting used to it, and we have to learn, and we learn as we upgrade. So, you know, as we're learning all our new information, we're learning more about our light bodies and, you know, DNA activation. We have to get used to these upgrades. So I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people. And please share with one other person, because if we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. And are we growing rapidly, Light Warriors? So if you've had a shifty situation that you need to transmute, why don't you share it in the comments? And, you know, that's all you could do. That's all you could do. We're sharing from a place of authenticity. You know, this is something that happened. You know, sometimes it could be our own fault. There's no one else I could blame but myself. I should have double checked. That's what I should have done. And for me personally, and maybe this resonates with you, it's hardest when I am the one to blame. So I hold myself to a different standard, and this was the situation. So I hope that this message helps you when you have a rough day, and think about when something bad happens, we have a bad day, bad situation, immediately think, how can I transmute this situation into something so much better? And I hope that this video, this world famous video, hopefully, right? Smash the like button, is something much better, and it's something that's going to help everyday life people go through these situations that are going to happen, you know? And let me know your thoughts, and don't worry about all these things that are happening. Even when bad shift happens to us, we cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious how to transmute bad situations, because they're going to come on your journey. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. We're growing every day. Keep sharing. Keep growing. I am Michael, and we are the warriors of the rainbow. So be a warrior today, Light Warriors. Shift happens. How will you transmute it? Write it down. Share it in the comments. Get an idea. And it's this coaching, whatever you want to call it, is going to be helpful. Because when the situation comes, if you just immediately go to how can I transmute the situation into something good, it helps you get through it. So I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. I can do this all day, Light Warriors. You know, the bad things that come up, I just keep going. Keep going. Victory of the light.